Respect isn't always earned through words. Sometimes the most powerful person in the room is the one who hasn't said a thing. We've all seen it. Someone walks in, doesn't rush to speak, doesn't demand attention, yet the entire room shifts. Heads turn, people pause. Without uttering a single word, that person takes control of the space. It's not magic, it's mastery of presence. You don't need to talk louder, argue harder, or constantly prove yourself to earn respect. In fact, those who do often come across as insecure. Real authority is quiet. It's measured. It lives in the way you move, the way you stand, the way you look someone in the eye and hold your ground. Think about the last time someone earned your respect before they opened their mouth. Was it the way they carried themselves, the way they listened, the confidence they radiated? That's what we're talking about here. This isn't about arrogance or pretense. It's about subtle power, the kind that doesn't need to be announced. If you've ever felt overlooked in a room full of noise, this is how you flip the dynamic. Starting now, your body speaks before you do. Long before you introduce yourself, make a point, or defend your ideas, people are already making decisions about you. And those decisions are rarely based on your words. They're based on how you carry yourself. Start with posture. The difference between slouching and standing upright isn't just visual, it's psychological. People instinctively associate a straight, open stance with confidence and control. When someone walks into a meeting with their shoulders back, head level, and chest open, others notice. They don't have to speak to signal authority. Their presence does the work. Now consider gestures. Nervous fidgeting, hands in pockets, or crossed arms make you appear unsure or defensive. On the other hand, deliberate hand movements, palms visible, slow and steady, reinforce confidence. Watch seasoned speakers. Their gestures match their pace and reinforce their message. That control earns silent respect. Facial expressions matter too. A calm, neutral face with occasional small, appropriate expressions signals that you're composed and engaged. An expression of steady focus tells people you're not rattled. Think of a courtroom. The most respected person often isn't the one speaking the most, but the one observing quietly with a steady gaze. Take this real-life example. A junior employee attends a high-stakes strategy meeting. They don't say much, but they sit straight, make eye contact with each speaker, and nod subtly at key moments. They're not performing, just fully present. After the meeting, a senior manager approaches them, not because of what they said, but because of how they listened. That's body language working in silence. In tense situations, nonverbal behavior becomes even more powerful. Imagine a heated team argument. One person leans forward, clenches fists, and speaks over others. Another sits still, hands resting calmly, and waits to speak. Guess who gains more respect? Silence, paired with calm posture, becomes a statement of self-control. Even in casual settings, subtle cues shift the dynamic. At a social event, someone standing slightly apart with an open, relaxed stance often attracts more attention than the person bouncing from conversation to conversation. The calm presence draws people in. None of this requires saying a word. It's not about faking anything either. It's about becoming aware of your own physical cues and aligning them with your intention. When your body language says you respect yourself, others tend to follow. Before we continue with the next section, I'd like to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you're finding this helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Your support really means a lot. Okay, let's keep going. Eye contact is one of the most immediate ways to communicate respect, confidence, and control, without a single word. It's subtle, but it can instantly change how others perceive you. Look at job interviews. The candidate who maintains steady, relaxed eye contact is often remembered more positively than the one who avoids it or constantly glances around. That simple behavior signals presence, trustworthiness, and self-assurance. In leadership, the ability to hold eye contact during difficult conversations sets the tone. A team leader who delivers feedback while looking someone in the eye, not with aggression, but with calm, demonstrates authority. Meanwhile, avoiding eye contact during those moments can come across as insecurity or even dishonesty. Socially, eye contact helps build rapport quickly. You're at a dinner party and you meet someone new. They shake your hand and hold your gaze for a second longer than expected, not in a stare down, but enough to register intent. That person feels grounded, self-aware, and engaged. You respect them before the conversation even starts. But balance is everything. Too much eye contact becomes intimidating. Too little feels dismissive. The sweet spot. Hold eye contact for about 50–60% of the interaction. Look away occasionally to avoid overwhelming the other person, but always return with calm focus. In high-stress situations, public speaking, negotiation, or confrontation, eye contact is your anchor. It communicates that you're not rattled, that you're grounded in what you believe. Even if your voice shakes, your eyes can show strength. Culturally, it's essential to recognize that eye contact norms vary. In Western business settings, direct eye contact is often a sign of confidence. In some Eastern cultures, however, extended eye contact can be seen as disrespectful. The key is reading the room, observing how others engage, and adapting respectfully. Real-world example. During a tough client presentation, one junior analyst didn't say much, but whenever they were addressed, they looked the speaker straight in the eye, nodded slightly, and listened with full focus. They were later invited to lead the next meeting, not because of what they said, but because of how they engaged. With the eyes alone, you can project calm, confidence, and command. The room notices, even if you never say a word. Before you speak, people make dozens of assumptions about you, based on what you're wearing. Clothes don't just cover you, they communicate. They send signals about how seriously you take yourself, what you expect from others, and whether you belong in the room. Consider someone entering a courtroom. A sharp suit, polished shoes, and clean lines instantly create an image of credibility. The same person in sweatpants and a wrinkled t-shirt would send a completely different message, one that's harder to overcome, no matter how sharp their argument. This isn't about fashion, it's about intention. Dressing well doesn't mean expensive, it means thoughtful, clean, fitted, and appropriate choices show that you respect the setting and yourself. That earns respect in return. The real power? It's in how you use these tricks. In part 2, I'll show you exactly how to apply them, without anyone noticing.